on, everybody? You're listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the fucking hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to the people.
What's going on, Sebastian? What?
It's just beautiful. I always say hi to the people, and you only got us for me since day one. Since day one.
I always say, what's going on, Sebastian?
Oh my god.
What's going on, the people?
You know what's sick?
It feels a little egotistical for me to be like, I don't know.
Talk to the people?
Yeah. Hey, hello, everybody. What we do? I don't know. It's like,
have you heard
my live radio show. I don't know. I should be able to be. Yeah, I know what you said. But yeah.
You know what we have to stop doing?
What?
If we go out with people,
what?
Just me and you, literally, everyone leave and everyone goes home and you and I go, no, we're going to stay together for longer. There's no reason for us to just hang out longer until the wee
to talk to strangers, I think, more than the average person.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'm glad you saw. So this past weekend, I think I talked a lot about like my life before the pandemic. And I think with you and maybe the listeners, it seems like I was just loved going to clubs or I don't know what that life that I have painted for myself prior to the pandemic.
Remember when I was at Vandal and Kyrie was around the block, bro?
Yeah,
what are we talking here? Okay,
yeah,
you paint this on.
I mean,
you go hotel hotels for basic bitches, you know?
Yeah.
This is what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, my mom just made me chicken fried cheese.
Yeah,
this will be our conversations.
But I think what I liked the most, I was thinking about it, and what I liked the most about before that, and I'm glad that you got to see it, was just like throwing a party get together with a bunch of people.
You know what?
We once did.
I wasn't invited. I got to see it.
No, you were invited.
I was a guest of honor.
Yeah, and it was on a small scale. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on this podcast. My one friend, this is going to sound like a name drop, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. He knew this woman who they were like billionaires from a pecan. Do you say pecan or pecan? Pecan.
I say pecan.
You say pecan?
Yeah. I think if you could say any word fancy, you might as well say it the fancy version.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. What are we doing if we're... Oh, yeah. What are we doing if we're not saying the fancy word?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I say Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
And my sister calls me trash.
For saying Ralph Lauren?
Because, yeah, she goes, you say Ralph Lauren. Because they say Lauren to make it feel like you're wearing European brands.
And it's not that.
I'm not eating macadamia.
I would call it Polo. Is that even trashier?
No.
I would go to the Polo store, the Polo outfit. Oh, I got new Polos. I went to Polo. I would call it Polo.
There are two different brands inside the same company.
Yes, they are. Yeah. But that's what I would wear, so I would call it.
Nah.
I would even probably, if it was Ralph Lauren, I would still probably call it Polo.
I would say, to me, El Figar. No. Il Figar. I go, bro, nice Il Figar shirts.
Is the cologne Polo? Yeah, right? The cologne's Polo.
Cologne's Polo.
Yeah, what would I buy? I would buy the hats. I would buy the shirts. And I would buy whatever.
This is good. What would you buy? What would you buy? Let's play the game, Robbie. What would you buy?
Yeah, real quick, call in 929-900-6393. We're going to be talking my college freshman dorms. Got announced that they're closing. I was just looking at a bunch of pictures of me in college, and I almost exclusively wore polo. But call in with college freshman stories. We're going to be taking college freshman stories. 929-900-6393. Please call in with college freshman stories. You have some, I have some, but I want to hear the listeners, freshmen from college. If you went to East St. John and you want to talk specifically about the towers, definitely do that.
If you went to my college, you don't need to call in.
No.
We don't need to hear your opinion about what happened I did.
900-6393.
Oh, my God. Yeah, call it. I want to talk about stuff, but I'll hold.
Yeah, we'll hold. We're going to do that.
It's a cliffhanger in the beginning of the episode.
A cliffhanger in the beginning of the episode.
I will say this. One time, a priest did have to burst in my room because something was happening so wild. My first week of college.
There's a priest.
There's a priest busting in my room going, I think he's going to be fine. Cliffhanger.
Well, stay tuned for Friday. Anyways, pecan.
Of course.
My buddy knew this person who they were one of the big pecan families in the country.
Pecan royalty.
Yeah, and they.
So you're connected to pecan royalty.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Through association, yeah. I'm
3 degrees of separation to the pecan kings and queens.
2 degrees.
2 degrees. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Not me. I wish. I know Mr. Plantis.
Yeah.
Mr. Plantis is my boy. Okay.
I thought he died.
Oh yeah, but
remember they did that. They were trying to do that whole
the Super
campaign,
Bowl
and
ad.
then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, it's like he
I
died.
guess,
Yo, honestly,
that was like a huge news before the pandemic.
Yo,
don't we miss those days?
You know what I say?
Mr. Peanut Man dying was like headline news for 5 days.
You know what they don't fucking say?
What?
He was fucking case number. He was case
You think he
0
died of COVID?
COVID, bro.
You think the Mr. Planters died of COVID?
The Peanut Man died of COVID,
Yeah.
and no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Anyways, pecan party. We get. I want to say it was like a 50-pound box of pecans that gets delivered to my buddy's front door.
Expensive. That's about $400 to $500 of pecans.
But yeah, it was insane. And everybody got like a pound. We threw a pecan party, and that was one of my favorite memories. I would say from before. It's just not as we would throw a lot
And
of
everyone
like
after
get together party type of deal.
Everyone after the party constipated for a week and a half.
Well, no. People would make like pecan crusted salmon.
I know,
and
but
chicken. We would have
imagine
somebody
eating
candied
all
them.
that pecans.
Yeah, I ate mad pecans for like a month and a half. I was just eating pecans.
I know. I got 5 pounds of pecans in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And you every time you bring it out, you go, you know, I have pecan parties.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, I didn't bring it up on the podcast
Bro,
yet.
I can't bring out a nut without the kid going.
I'm name dropping the pecan parties.
Bro, I can't even bring it. I
Yeah,
once pulled
yeah.
out an orange, and he goes, you know, I know the mayor of Florida. You know what I mean? I can't bring out nothing with
this
him.
is not. No. I just wanted to say, like, I don't know my image on this thing, but I like get together, like just having fun with people that all live nearby and like getting people meet each other, and I think that's nice. And you got to see, I threw a pizza party on Friday.
Robbie threw a pizza
And
party.
I think I like that more than going to like a club.
I like it too.
Yeah, I'm glad that you
How
got
do you
to
think
see
I do? Am I good at chit chatting?
crushing.
You think I'm good?
Of course. You would have been, if we were friends back in the day, you would have been invited to all of these events. 100%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I chit chatted with some of the people I don't know. I know how to chit chat with someone I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It was fun. We
Well,
made
no,
pizzas. It's like the anticipation. Oh, I like text people like, "Yo, pizza party!" Right? People get excited. You gotta
Of
create a
course.
little excitement, and then you have
create the hype around the pizza party.
You create the hype.
I came through. I was late.
Yeah.
It
A
was
little bit.
beautiful.
You do a little bit of. We like play Italian music and have 4K videos of the Amalfi Coast playing in the background.
That's beautiful.
And that's all you really got to do. And then it's like, oh, it's a thing.
100%.
To turn it into a thing it takes a tiny bit of thought.
You know what's so funny to me about your pizza party?
What?
You're there.
Yes.
And you got your friends. Literally just your one friend is cutting cheese. You have another friend making the pizza. You got another friend chilling the beers. And you're just pacing on your phone texting. It's like
No.
you are.
I was trying to get the dough. That we might have needed more dough, and
Yo.
I was trying to find out. A few people weren't there yet, and I was like, who could I get to bring in the dough?
Bro, you're facilitating.
Yeah.
You're a dictator at the pizza party.
No, I'm not a dictator.
You go, you make the
I
you
did not
make the
say that.
pizza.
No, I didn't say
You
that.
cut the cheese.
This is a false narrative.
Bro, I go.
This is not. This is
I
how it
see
used
you.
to be during parties in college too.
I know. I saw that in you. This is the thing I saw most. Is you're good at delegating responsibilities.
I want to make sure everybody's having fun.
That's good. And giving them
I care more
activities.
about that. No, that was just pizza takes up a lot of effort.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not, but like
You were hosting.
I was hosting.
You're probably on
host number 1, 2, making sure people. Yeah, I was texting my roommate who wasn't there yet, and I was texting my other friend who wasn't there yet, and I was trying to figure out if we needed more dough.
Of course.
But then I put my phone away.
You did.
Yeah, I like to talk. I make sure this person's talking to this person. Oh, I love you to meet this. Oh, you guys have this in common. Like I know everybody likes and doesn't.
That's good.
Sebastian's got this good story that these two people would appreciate. Like I try to make sure.
I know he's dragging
I'm a
me around
facilitator.
from group
No,
to
not
group,
just you.
group to group.
Not
Going,
just you.
going, Sebastian, tell him the time that you woke up with a leaf in your ass.
Yeah.
This is what's happening at the pizza party.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure everyone's having a good time. Everybody texted me the next day being like, I had so much fun. Thank you. And that makes me feel good.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I might cut you off from wine.
I think this is the issue.
I might cut you off
It's
from
not
wine.
wine. It's not wine.
It seems like the wine is
it's
the issue.
weed. I think I smoke
The 2 W's.
weed because, and I think it's just, I forget that it does something to you. I just learned how to smoke like 4 months ago. I think I just learned how to inhale a smoke substance and get it out. So I would always smoke things and it would just like whoosh around my mouth and I would just blow it out.
Amazing.
And I when I'm drunk, I'm like, oh, it's nice to do that thing. And I forget that I'm smoking a drug.
Yes.
Yeah. So I smoked a bunch of weed and
Usually
I got the
people
spins.
forget that they're smoking weed after they're high.
No.
But you, before the weed.
I'm like, oh, it'll be fun to sit in a circle and talk. And then I'm like, I know how to do this thing now, which is cool.
I have this amazing picture of you smoking weed from this weekend. It's
not
amazing. It's amazing. I might put it out. I have to put it out.
Okay, fine, maybe on the episode.
I might put it out for the episode. Amazing. You look so bohemian. You look like such a piece, bro. Leaned over.
Nah, I look bad. I look stupid. I'm very new to this thing, but I forget that it all then will give me the spins.
Of course. And so I go. Everyone's hanging out. Finally, everyone's there. We're done eating. We're just noshing on some cookies, and like we're hanging out.
Yeah.
And I go, "Where's Robbie?" And I go, "Oh, let me go check in his room because I got no boundaries when it comes to his apartment."
Yeah.
I go right in his room. He's lying on his couch.
I'm lying on my couch.
And I go, "Bro, what are you doing? You got people there." And this is what he says to me. He opens his eyes barely, right? He goes, "It's 11 o'clock. Haven't I entertained them enough?" quote, "It's 11 o'clock. Haven't I entertained them enough?" I almost fell down in your doorway when you said that, bro. Because everyone else was like pretty sober, except you, who's literally
I was
on
drunk
your
and high
couch.
At the same time. I don't usually do this as I'm drunk or I'm high, and I'm both right now. That was me, yeah.
I know, 100%. I was like, bro.
And then everybody was betting whether or not I would come back up, and everyone's like, "No, he's done for the night. No, he's done for the night. No, he's done for the night." And that gave me the motivation to get up, and I stayed out until 3 a.m. This is 11, and I'm sleeping.
100%. 11 o'clock, and he's
get
sleeping.
Up, and I stay out until fucking 3 a.m.
Just you and I giggling.
Yeah. We'll talk about that too.
Here's the thing. You said that you had gas pains.
Oh yeah, I had the hiccups.
You had the hiccups and gas. This is Robbie throws a party just so that he could get so fucked up everyone has to take care of him.
No, it's not. This is not a good. That was bad. That was bad hosting. This is not the goals of my party.
You've hosted enough. 11 o'clock. I went in and made an announcement. I go, everyone, it's been 3 hours.
4. It was 4.
I go, everyone.
Pizza
it started at 8.
7. It started at 8. But
it started at 8.
Okay,
let's be honest. And you go. I went out. I go, ladies and gentlemen, please, people,
oh,
people.
You did this?
Yeah. I go, people, please.
So everybody
please.
knows.
I go.
Damn.
It's been 3 hours. It's 11 o'clock. Robbie has entertained you enough. You are free to. You are now on your own to entertain yourself.
Yeah.
100%. People didn't know what to do.
I was spinning.
Bro, people didn't know what to do.
This is why I walk around and facilitate conversation.
I saw 2 people.
I don't necessarily micromanage, but
nah, bro.
I try to make sure I want every person, if I invite them, to have a good time. That's how I feel about the live shows that we do. That's how I feel about everything. People should be entertained from the second they walk in. Until I thought we were leaving to go to the bar. That's why I thought I could bounce out. I thought the plan was established to go to the bar, and I was like, I could dip out.
People were literally in your living room going, do you like, you know, loose leaf paper?
This is a travesty.
People were reaching.
You should have told me that, and I would have got up. So you should have been like, Robbie, red alert. There's conversations about loose leaf paper going on at pizza night. I would have got up spinning. Sebastian,
bro,
tell him the story. Tell him the story about Alfredo at the middle school dance. Oh my God. I gotta save this thing.
As soon as you left the room, people started talking about number 2 pencils, bro.
Oh no!
And someone goes, "Remember Scantrons?" And everyone just went,
my roommate had just gotten back. He's pretty entertaining.
Nah, bro.
I thought he was like taking over.
Nah, bro. Yeah. When you weren't entertaining, we were all fucking.
Damn, I thought I could believe in you. My room. I thought I can't,
bro.
I thought I could.
You're our queen bee.
I know.
You're our queen bee, and we're just gonna go in a fucking. We're gonna be just fucking like. Fucking flowers without shit, bro.
Well, I got up. I was spinning, and everyone was like, "He's done for the night. What's the under over that he sleeps in?"
Well,
whatever.
Here's the thing. You had a little gas situation. Right?
Yeah, my stomach felt really expanded.
And so this is what happens. Your friends goes, "Oh yeah, you got gas problems?" And they go, "Have you ever taken a gas X?"
No, I have never.
And then you go, Robbie also. I don't know how to say it besides this. You were a complete fucking baby. When you get drunk like that, you go like this. You go, no. No, I haven't. And then
we can pretend that this is true.
What do you mean? We're not. This is all facts.
I was like, no, I haven't. I was just like, I don't know. What did I say?
I haven't.
When am I gonna fart?
No,
I don't want to be in this bar. Like, I thought gas X is like something you take and you just fart a lot.
She gives you the gas X, and then you go, how quick am I gonna fart? You mumble it. How quick am I gonna fart?
Yeah.
As soon as he takes the pill.
I was quotable that night.
Yeah.
She called me and she was like, yeah, she was telling me she relived that conversation.
Oh my God, that was tremendous. But you came back.
I came back. We went out, and then I think we met. Like one of my friends was seeing a show at BAM, which is like near where I live, and he met us at the bar. Who I'm excited that you got to meet him as well, because I also talk about going out the whole 9 yards. And he used to do this beautiful show in the West Village where he like plays a guitar with this little band, like dim lights, like very like out of a movie type of deal.
100%.
And he was there, and he just has like a beautiful way of talking. He's like a music industry people. So my old roommate is a music industry person, but he also doesn't always talk in that artsy form. Like he's like works between businesses and music. Yeah. And the person we met is just music. He like is a music person his whole life. Like
we are bohemian artists. When I was talking to him, I felt the most bohemian artist I have.
Because he views us as like an art form.
We're arts.
He talks to us as if we're like very earnestly, not like he was like talking to us about our art. We sat around,
which was
nice.
We sat around artists in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I wish you could see him. As soon as he performs again, you gotta go see him, because you'll be like, oh, it's beautiful that he views us the same.
I know. It's actually, I literally just scream, and he's like, he's bringing emotions to people, right?
Yeah. I mean, we are artists, I think.
But
it's nice to remember.
We're sitting there, we're talking, and he goes, because he's seen us once. He goes, I've seen you. I go, yeah, I want to see you. He goes, no, I'll come see you next. I go, no, I want to see you next. Yeah. And then he goes like this. He goes, that's how I know you're an artist. You care about seeing other art.
Yeah.
This man, his essence made me.
Anyone who calls
suave, bro.
Anyone who calls an album or music, they call it record. This beautiful, put down one of the most beautiful records I've ever heard.
I know.
And like the way, and you're just like, ooh.
I know. He makes me feel like confident.
A little. Yeah.
He makes me feel like I could wear a cardigan with the turtleneck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a beautiful soul, and I'm talking to him about music, and he goes, Sebastian, why don't you?
Well, because you grew up, your dad was a musician.
I know.
And would do, I think, similar. He's like the West Village, like the West Village. He's lived there.
My dad was the West Village.
Yeah, he's lived there for years and years and years and years, and he's like seeing it change. But he's like that when you see they would do comedy shows, and musicians would do shows all the time.
Yes, that's what.
And he would always talk about that with me before the pandemic.
Yeah, because that's what my mom hated the comedians.
Oh
from.
Yeah.
My mom hated comedians because she would wait to see my dad.
Yeah.
And she said, when I have my son, the only thing I want, the one thing I want, please, I hope he's not a comedian. And I came out, splat.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like talking to him about my dad. He asked me if I played music. I told him I've played piano. I go, but I don't like playing. And he goes, why? He goes, well, tell me, why don't you like playing? I go, because I feel like in music, there's right and wrong. Yeah. Right? I can make a mistake. Especially like I grew up playing like some classical music. Like Grand Staff shout out to your nail salon. How apropos, we'll say.
Wait, you would perform piano recitals in a nail salon?
No, I would. Yeah, we all went like this. What piano?
They would get like a 12-year-old boy in the back playing live music,
and then Suzanne be like, Jesus, fucking make sure the acrylics are nice. I fucking love Fiore Lisa. Oh, yo, God, tell me. Oh, I'm a Bach girl through and through.
Yeah.
Oh, my calluses. My calluses. No, the music store became a nail salon. It went out of business, and it became a nail salon.
Okay.
I wish.
Okay.
I wish that would say a lot about who I am.
Okay.
But my piano teacher would have long nails.
Okay.
And she would smoke.
She would play like this?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes she'd be like, my piano teacher sometimes literally would roll through and be like, I can't play today because I just got my nails done. And she would smoke cigs. She would come to my house. My mother would make us pasta. My mom would cook dinner for my piano teacher. She'd give lessons to all three of us.
Yeah.
She'd smoke the whole time. And she was a short, tiny woman. And she would get behind me. And I would smell the cigarettes. And I'd just see the nails. And the nails would go on top of my hands. Right? And the boobs would be on my back.
Yeah.
And I'd go, I love piano.
that really shaped your sexuality.
I think it
of
might
what
have.
you think is attractive.
100%.
Cigarettes, long nails.
Cigarettes, some long
Music,
nails,
art,
some
into the
arts.
arts.
100%.
Yeah.
She created
Laying,
everything.
like you like when you're laying down and somebody's on top, like you like that. You've said.
I don't think we've ever said that on the pod.
Oh, you don't. You like when people fall asleep on you.
I like when I
You
like.
like somebody on your back.
I know girls have said you just might as well get a weighted blanket.
Yeah, yeah.
I like someone on top of me.
Yeah, this is all
Just
things that were happening.
Most
in
of their
this
body on top
little,
of me. I can't believe you said that on the pod. I've never
I thought
said
you
that
said
on
it.
the pod.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
I have a pretty. I mean, I have a good job. I think for the most part of the folders of what you say.
Of what I say and what I don't
what you
say.
say on the pod and what you don't, what you've said before. I try to organize. Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe that was from the cuts.
Yeah.
It is what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I like
No,
to cuddle.
that you like, somebody.
I
yeah.
love to cuddle.
That's beautiful.
I'm getting back. Let's move on.
Okay. Anyways.
Wait. So
you're saying that you used to grow up playing piano, and you're talking to our friend about it.
Yeah, I'm talking to the guy about it, and I'm like, but there's mistakes. I could make a mistake. There's wrong notes and right notes. I like comedy because there's nothing I do here is ever wrong.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's either good or bad,
Yeah.
right? Or somewhere in between most of the time.
Yes.
Right? But there's never wrong. And this is when he goes, well, I disagree with you, my friends. And so would the great Miles Davis.
Yeah.
And then he goes, there's no wrong notes.
Yeah.
Just a note that follows the wrong notes.
It was beautiful.
It was. I forget the quote. I'm butchering it. And then he
Yeah,
texted saying it wasn't Miles Davis that said that.
He sent me this. Yeah, he sent
Read the
us
quote.
next
Read the
day.
quote. Read the quote. I love this quote because I actually believe this in life too. There's no right or wrong. It's how we react to what happens.
Yeah,
It's reactionary life.
He sent us another good quote while we were hanging out.
This man,
he's a beautiful soul.
He essence
Yes.
art, and I fucking want to do that, but I'm a
Yes.
gavone.
I know.
But he called me a beautiful soul.
And appreciates. It's nice when someone like that views us like that, because like, oh, we should also be viewing what we're doing like that in a way as well.
Yeah, but Bernie Mac also said you're funniest when you ride the bus.
Yeah,
I think like to a
Steve
certain
Harvey.
degree. No, that was Bernie Mac.
That was Bernie Mac. Oh,
yeah,
you-
Bernie Mac said you're funniest when you're riding the bus.
Yes.
So like, I also think that you got to be humble with what we're doing. You know what I mean?
100%.
And he shouldn't.
But
be
I don't
humble.
think. Yeah. He just doesn't have like a pretentious air to him. I just
No,
think
not
you
at
can
all.
love it as a form of art.
Yes,
That's what I
yes,
mean.
yes,
Not
yes.
like
Yes,
don't
of
be like almost. I think was similar with musicians as like when you're hungry, you're performing with your fucking soul.
I
Like, you're
always say
like,
that.
Like I used to love going to see live art and stuff, like shows and music. Like I used to love doing. I'm happy that you saw like a full spectrum of maybe a different, like a part of my old life
Different
that I
side.
really loved and missed about New York.
Not
just like me going a fucking up and down, which was fun, but
sure.
it's like
I mean, I like this side better than
yeah,
that side.
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
me
know
too.
that about me.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
And you know what?
That makes you feel more fulfilled.
Of course.
But when you would go see like live people, because my old roommate would have to go see artists or whatever, so I would see like 6 different musicians on a lineup of say whatever, and they're trying to get noticed. So it's like you got to perform with your soul. When you're on tour with all these flashing lights and it's like very choreographed and you have fans in front of you that love you, it also applies similar to music as comedy of like you gotta. I'm sure get this audience on your side. They don't know who you are.
The only thing I ever look for in like a musician or an artist that I love is if I could feel them through the music.
Yeah.
And that's why I fell in love with Ray Charles, because before him, I would just hear people play piano. And then him, if you listen to him like play like just like a jazz song on the piano or like a song that he created, no lyrics, you could feel his emotions through his hands on the keys.
Yeah.
You could feel the pain. You could feel the happiness. You could feel like, and that's all I'm looking for. That's why people, when they're like, oh, their voice isn't beautiful, but I love their voice, it's because you're feeling who they are.
Yeah.
That's all I ever want to do is show who I am to the world.
Yeah. And
So
it's
yeah,
nice.
I like
Imagine
girls
you could
sleeping
able
on
to
top of me, okay?
Imagine you could see, like, Ray Charles, like seeing Ray Charles in a small venue in New York would have been like one of the coolest things that you could possibly do.
I was obsessed with Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Because there was no person that made you feel more.
Yeah. Mike used to love that kind of shit too, like because he would see that, and that's what kind of you have to look for.
100%.
Are they giving their fucking heart and soul to these performances?
Because you could always get better technically. You could always learn how to adjust to 100%. The industry that you're in. But it's hard. The vulnerability of showing who you are is something that everyone doesn't have.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but I fucking have it.
You have it. You do have it. 100%. You have
100%. Because I'm.
And they knew that.
Yeah.
I would learn a lot. I think of like how I would approach doing improv or comedy shows from seeing these people. It's like, what do I like in that? Somebody that's giving it their all, and I would be like, oh, what am I gonna? I'm going to improv 301 class, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I gotta just let it fly. Like letting it fly is what I want to see when I'm watching something.
100%.
This is what.
Well, I hope I do that on the pod. I really try to.
You let it fly, baby. He goes, I got it wrong. It wasn't Miles. Art Tatum once declared there's no such thing as a wrong note. Wrong notes in jazz are often considered opportunities for improvisatory exploration. A note is only wrong if the performer does not know what to do with it. The creation myth surrounding Armstrong and scat singing shows the success of a performer who knows what to do with a mistake. Echoing Tatum, pianist Bill Evans reportedly said, there are no wrong notes, only wrong resolutions. The ability to confidently and competently cover one's mistakes is a valued skill in jazz improvisation.
And then it's not a mistake.
Not a mistake.
And then it's a beautiful gift that you were just given to kind of adjust in the moment and live with the people there.
Yeah.
I fucking love you, dude.
He's great.
I fucking love you, dude.
I knew you would love him.
I'm hard as shit right now.
Yeah. And he had a buddy that was there, and what did he say when you left?
I don't need to say it.
You don't want to say.
He just thought
he was talking about how beautiful you were.
Yeah. People. Yeah, he said I was a beautiful man. You know.
Yeah.
And he was beautiful too.
That night, when we were talking about like how the West Village has changed and all that stuff, he sent us this quote while we were standing in the circle.
Oh, I fucking love this dude.
It was, cities were for artists and where ambitious people came to realize their dreams. Now it's where privileged people come to manifest their vanity project, which is living in the city and taking selfies.
Jesus.
But this is the vibe. So I'm glad I came back out because I'm glad that I was able to make sure that intro was happening.
I loved meeting him, and I'm definitely gonna go hang out and see him.
Yeah.
He's on my to-do list.
Yeah, definitely.
I just to hang out and talk to him. I thought like you don't meet people like that are beautiful and love what
they do. But I used to
meet
people all the time. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm happy. Like
you're a moving a shaker.
No, but like that.
Yeah.
I'm not like. Yeah. How can I? I was just.
Yeah, you're a moving a shaker.
I wasn't like.
Yeah, just say you're a
how
moving
can
shaker.
I? Whatever. Work with. I wasn't. He would always ask me to do like a show. I'm like, no, your thing is beautiful. Like if we wanted to do a different setting, like. I don't want to crash his like music night on Sunday night, dim lighting, whatever.
That's the right move.
And I'm like, if me and you wanted to do like a variety type of show, like I would work on something. But his mood is just like so magical that I'm like, no.
It's also nice to be around someone that loves what they do so much.
100%. It's beautiful.
Do you think people think that about me when they see me?
I think I would imagine that
I guess
people think that
different
you love.
I never talk about comedy.
No.
I think there's nothing worse than talking about comedy.
No.
You know how many times I would be at the old theater that I taught at?
Yeah. Which is a quick Google search away.
Why could I say the name?
The old theater that you taught at. Yeah, it's Baltimore.
Yeah. Thou shalt not be. And people would just come up and explain to me how funny they are.
Really?
There's nothing worse than someone explaining how funny they are.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't tell anyone I do comedy till after I make them laugh. Hard.
Oh.
Ever.
That's smart.
Ever.
Which you're able to do very quickly.
Oh, please. I saw your grandma the other day.
Yeah, my grandma, unfortunately, just her memory is not the best.
That's what it happens.
Forgets. Yeah. Which is sad, but we have a good time, my grandma and I. You would come over a lot, and she doesn't remember much, but she remembers Sebastian.
She remembers Sebastian.
And even my whole family, like some of my family was there, and I'm like, yeah, she remembers Sebastian. They're like, really? Because I say your name, and she like perks up. She's like, oh yeah, he's such a nice man. He's very funny.
Yeah.
And you come in, immediately make her laugh.
Of course.
And
I mean, your grandma was trying to flirt.
What did she say? She said you look good.
Yeah,
she was happy to see you.
She told me I look good. You know?
You go, ooh, flirt, and you made everybody in the room laugh immediately. And it's like, yeah, that. To tell them after you make them laugh is a lot better, because otherwise, I mean, with you that's not an issue, but some people do comedy and they're like, yeah, and everyone's like, oh, make me laugh, tell me a joke.
Yeah, never.
That's never an issue that you have.
I also never tell people I do comedy.
That's good.
Of course, if people say, what do you do? I say nothing.
Yeah.
I say my family's wealthy. I go. Believe it or not, I'm from
just
money.
here. I'm just here for my vanity project. It takes selfies.
100%. Yeah, my parents invented almonds.
Yeah, I'm pecan money, motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. Where it's at, you know?
But
we
should have left.
Monocles, bro.
We should have left after that conversation, which probably concluded around 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And we stayed out for probably another hour and a half.
Doing nothing.
Just sitting, talking. I mean, maybe it's a running joke that we have is that we sit at this bar that's dead it's dead and talk.
Yeah, we'll get a Bud Light and we'll sit there, we'll talk, and we'll giggle our ass off.
Of
course, we had our boy Miguel hanging, of course.
Yeah.
But like, it was just the three
of us. Yeah. Well, it was the old Staten Island crew.
Time.
This was the old Staten
100%.
Island crew, which was probably just nice that because the three of us hung out a lot this summer.
Yeah.
But I do want to say to the listeners.
Okay, to the listeners now, not to me. All of a sudden, he could do a radio show.
I feel really comfortable.
Now he's comfortable.
That you've brought it to my attention. Yeah, I feel very comfortable.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Talk to the thousands.
Thousands upon hundreds of thousands.
100%.
I think you agree with me with this. We need to be held accountable to never eat Artichoke Pizza again. It's across the street from my house, and I never can go there again.
I agree.
It does not cooperate. It was cute when I first moved here. It was a novelty, I guess. Should enter my body again.
Wait, I need to say this before we get to Artichoke Pizza. We're at the bar. It's literally just your friends and like a couple of older dudes in the corner and a few dudes playing darts. And you come up to me and you
I'm so scared of what's about to happen.
You go.
I'm so scared.
You go.
Is this made up?
No, you go, yo, there's a lot. You go, yo, there's a lot of hot girls here. Me and your boy look around,
no, I didn't
and we
say
go.
That.
I swear to God,
no
we
way.
go. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's literally the people we came with and a couple of old dudes.
I remember this.
There was literally not a single girl even in the bar.
Yes, there was. I saw people because there's nobody last week. There's one table. There's one table in the front.
Girls in the bar. There wasn't a hot girl.
I don't think
you were manifesting.
That.
You were manifesting.
There was. I probably said there's a couple cuties here.
No.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Not. There's a lot of hot girls.
There wasn't a single one. There was
no. Yes,
Me
there was.
Me and your boy looked around and we started dying.
I know.
I fell on the ground.
I know. But because the last 4 times we've been there was nobody there. And there was a table of girls in the front. And I saw one going to the bathroom. Like, I was going, she was leaving. And I was like, I saw that she went back to a table with a group of girls. And I was like, there's a couple cuties here tonight. Not a lot of hot girls. But I did. I might have said that.
Because why I brought that up, because we go to Artichoke. And I feel like I'm at New York Fashion Week. The heaviest pizza in all of New York.
There's cuties at Artichokes.
You don't remember this?
Vaguely. I was focused. Jesus. You know, I choose pizza over cutie.
100%. You get
or hotties. I might say hotties. Too.
Hotties.
Yeah.
100%. But we can't eat artichoke.
We can never eat it again. I got sick the next day.
I was sick too.
I mean, I almost threw up looking at it the next day. It is not something that needs to enter my body again. What? I couldn't eat it until I had an omelet the next day.
I know.
Late in the day.
Yeah, I couldn't eat it.
I didn't really.
It was disgusting.
You couldn't eat for 36 hours.
I was shitting my brains out.
Yeah,
I was horrible.
It cannot. It's tempting, but it cannot.
I was home with my parents, and they're like, "What's the matter? Why aren't you eating something?" I go, "I'm good, Ma. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good." I felt literally like
it's end game. I warn you, if you've never had it, maybe you try it.
Try it.
But I'm sure if you've had it, you understand our pain.
Bro, it's like I don't eat milk. I don't eat that much milk.
I know.
So it's like
extremely heavy and
it's
gross.
heavy cream.
Yeah. And I had a pizza party that night.
And we ate pizza before we went.
I literally had a
night
pizza
was
party.
Eating pizza to end with the heaviest slice of pizza in New York City.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out Artichoke. They're from Staten Island.
Yeah, shout out Artichoke.
Try it if you've never had it.
Yo, Artichoke's
but we just cannot do it again.
Artichoke's mad funny. In 14th Street, they had a mad small location, and then all of a sudden,
it got burned down.
A fire happened. For some reason, the Staten Island institution, a fire happened, and the insurance money hooked them up with a larger location across the street. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing.
No, shout out.
I'm not saying nothing. I respect.
Yeah.
Shout out one time for Artichoke Pizza. I'll keep coming back for that reason and that reason alone.
Yeah.
Cash only, bitch. You know that business is cash only.
It is cash only.
You know that shit's cash only.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, we can't be going.
Bro, we're selling so much heavy cream. We got to do cash only at Artichoke. Hey, listen to me. Giovanni, we sell so much of fucking heavy cream. We got to do the cash only at Artichoke. We're bringing in the thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars from the heavy cream. Papa, why is there so much money? These New Yorkers love the heavy cream.
Heavier. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, they put well, shout out one time, Artichoke.
Shout
out, never again.
Never again.
That was your last shout out.
We cannot be fooled into doing it.
Nah.
So thank you. If the listeners could help us with that.
Yeah, I don't know how you could. Can you just DM random? If you're up and
if
it's
you're
Saturday night, it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Just hit up the podcast Instagram, which follow the podcast. 100%. We see everybody. Keep staying on the social media. But yeah, hit us up. Just like, don't get Artichoke.
Yeah, if you hit up the podcast Insta 2 in the morning on Saturday or Friday, go Artichoke tonight.
I might respond and be like, fuck, I really want it. You might have to just know that you might be signing up for like a 10 to 15 minute combo. But
yeah, that's never me. Robbie handles that Insta.
I handle.
You do?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I've ever DM'd from that Insta.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Hey, but who knows?
No, wait.
What?
My friends got engaged.
Oh.
And I guess he was too embarrassed to comment from his own Instagram. And I just see Loud About Nothing comments, "This is so beautiful." And then he calls me to tell me how beautiful my friend's engagement is.
I thought it was
beautiful. It is beautiful. But I thought it was funny. You never use the Instagram to publish from your voice. And I was like, what? I mean, maybe you don't follow them. That's
no, I don't follow them.
Yeah,
and you've told me about that.
Yeah.
And I was saying it was beautiful because it's like
it can be beautiful. My buddy, every single picture that they've posted, he has a smile ear to ear. It's like,
I know.
The pictures are radiating happiness. And it's like, oh, I even texted him like, yeah, you convinced me maybe love isn't dead for like a brief moment. He's like, brother, love is definitely not dead. And I was just like, oh, this is beautiful.
So nice. And then we were talking about like how nice it is that like it was like of sisters marrying like these two friends that work together.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And I'm like, this is gonna be the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Holidays. This is gonna be like when they have to see each other. When someone's struggling, they need each other's help.
Yeah.
These are their people now.
Yeah, it's great.
And I got caught up. I got caught up in that.
I was like, he's writing from the pot. I'm like, I never see Loud About Nothing commenting on anything because I usually run the Instagram for the most part. But I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, I just thought it was beautiful.
It is.
And did you tell your friend that I commented?
No, I haven't. I gotta call him.
Oh my god.
No, I think I
mean, they must have realized.
I texted my one friend and said that you called me to say how beautiful it was, and she was happy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. It made me very happy. I'm a fucking softie.
Yeah. It is nice to see real love.
I think that we present an air on the podcast.
Yeah, we like real love. I think we're just very skeptical of most of it.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical of a lot of people trying to pass things for love.
Once we've gone, we've seen the unclassified files around love.
Yeah, yes.
So it's hard. It's hard to go into the general public, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Neo couldn't just go back to fucking going to Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm saying, bro? We took the pill.
Neo from
The Matrix. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we took the red pill.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, I did comment.
Yeah.
I think people pretend I think people that listen think I'm a certain type of way. I am a little bit.
Yeah. I think we're pretty honest. Like we make stuff up, but our emotions are pretty honest.
Our emotions are pretty honest.
I think our emotions are very honest.
Yeah. I'm still looking for love. I'm still want to find.
Of course.
I just want to.
We don't need to. We're not doing. My friend texted me. And said, "I listened to 4 episodes in a row. Are you guys okay?" We can't do this again.
No, I know.
We did Two Lonely Bitches. Love is dead. Parks Love. Dating on Valentine's Day. We can't get into this.
I know. Of course.
I guess kind of like adjacent to love. I recently got a text from the kid I went to high school with, and he was like, "Hey, I hate to do this. I would have loved to send you an invite up top, but we just really reconnected. I would love for you to come to my wedding."
That's happened to me before, and I don't get.
Yeah,
you know what?
I love it. I'm like, dude, trust me. I love talking about Like, I went to a wedding recently where I got invited as a +1 5 days before. Like,
Sure.
I totally get where everybody comes from. I get how a wedding is structured. I'm like, dude, I do not care at all.
I'm not worried.
No,
I'm
do
not worried at all.
Care at all.
Invite your aunt over me. It's okay. You know what I mean?
100%. He was like, oh, I had to invite so much family. I'm like, dude, I wasn't thinking about this.
Sure.
It is totally cool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I just feel bad. I want you to feel like comfortable. I know since I asked you so late, feel free to bring a +1.
That's nice. That's nice of him.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Also, probably the person that isn't coming also had a +1.
Yeah. Oh, there's multiple. I bet you there's multiple people that.
Canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I was talking to my other friend who's gonna go, and he just asked her as well.
Oh, cool.
But I don't get offended by that at all.
Sure.
I think everybody's got to understand what everybody's doing. Like, these weddings are expensive.
Whoa. Very Marcus Aurelius of you.
Is that really what it is?
You have to understand why people's actions, and
Yeah,
then
I mean,
you won't get offended by them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, do a little bit of. If I like, to me, get offended by that would be wild, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But some people would.
Yeah.
But that's not me, and I think you should do that. Like, why not you're spending all this money? Why not fill it out and get the most of it and get people whatever?
So you got invited to the wedding.
I got invited to the wedding. I can bring a +1.
Nice.
I got a recommendation of who I could bring as a +1.
Who is?
I wonder how many weddings you're gonna get invited to.
What do you mean?
Via me.
Why?
He was like, yeah, even bring your buddy, the funny guy. I think that would be great. And I'm like, yeah. I think he has a wedding that night. I know you have a wedding that night. But I wonder, in my head, I'm like, how many weddings is Sebastian going to get invited to of people he does not know as my +1, as a recommendation?
People are like,
I think people are like, don't waste this on some girl you don't really know or whatever. Like, just bring the funny guy.
Do you think
the funny guy's better for his party?
Yes,
100%.
I'll be better for his party.
100% than me bringing some like a girl that I'm like kind of dating or not.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know.
My question to you:
What?
Do you think even after the text was happening, do you think he was on the fence for you? And then he was like, but wait. What if he brings Sebastian?
Yeah.
Well, it's
worth the risk.
It's worth the risk.
No.
Hey, worst case scenario, we end up with Robbie. Best, we end up with the duo.
Yeah.
We end up with Loud About Nothing.
Yeah,
That's the guy quoted us at the bar the other day.
Yeah, we did get approached at a bar, and they said, "Are you loud about nothing?" And I felt like I was in NSYNC.
Oh my God, are you guys Loud About Nothing?
Yeah, that was very nice. Shout out to that guy.
Shout out one time to you. We see you, King.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I got invited, and it's all like the cool kids from my high school.
Amazing.
This kid he's a very cool dude, and it's all the kids that were cool from my high school. And I think they see you and they think you're so funny. And like, I hung out with them at another wedding and then my reunion, and we all did have a good time.
Sure.
Like, we were up until 3 a.m. having a good time.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he invited me.
But
I also see a lot of people from my high school like what we do on Instagram and stuff.
100%.
And I think people think it's funny, and people have reached out.
Yeah. I mean, you told me.
What? All right. So this
you told me. Let's just let it rip, bro. Let's just let it rip.
We've said on this podcast before and explored this topic that, like, you can't recreate your status in high school, right? Because people graduate high school, try to make all this money or pursue fame or whatever, and then like try to go back to their high school and then be like, yeah, look what all I do now. And
am I cool yet?
Yeah,
am I cool yet?
Am I cool yet? Yeah.
Look how much I did outside of high school.
Yeah,
Can we go back in time?
Yeah. Which is impossible to do. This kid, I remember one night, one of my friends, we all went to a bar on Thanksgiving Eve.
Of course.
And the kid who's having the wedding was there, and like a whole bunch of his group of friends were there. And I roll up with my friend, and he just is like, I'm gonna buy everybody shots. And then he bought them a round of shots, and they were like, oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And he's talking about his art, that he has his expensive art.
Yeah.
And then he's like, gets them another round of shots.
Sure.
And then they're like, oh, I don't know if everybody, like, not everybody really wanted a second shot, maybe one or two people.
Sure.
And then he's taking them because he's like, I don't know what to do. And then he goes to get another round of shots, and my friend is like, dude, Robbie, he's like, pulls me over, he's like, nobody wants these shots. Like, what is he doing?
I know.
And I'm just like, yeah, you can't. We said you can't buy cool. Yeah,
you can't buy cool.
You can't buy cool.
You can't buy cool.
But you can you could team up with a really funny dude and post videos on Instagram. And I'll tell you, I think you can. I was wrong. You can raise your cool status after high school to the people you went to high school with by being funny or fun.
So you think retroactively I'm helping young Robbie?
Yeah. I
'cause I was pretty cool in high school. I like.
Well, that's what you said to me. You're like, you're like, I bet you they could tell through the screen that I'm cool. I was cool in high school.
I mean, I would party.
I
was wild.
Yeah.
I was a wild boy.
Which I gotta say too, being popular, I don't think necessarily makes you cool in high school. That's another thing I think that a lot of these movies or things that get like these tropes get wrong.
Popular people are like people that might try hard. Or,
you have to pursue popularity a little bit.
Pursue it. You put effort in.
Yeah. Cool people like smoke weed, are fun to hang out around, are funny, throw parties, like
I put no effort,
chill and having a good time.
I put no effort into like going out and partying. That was a necessity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, oh yes, if you want to have a good night, we can invite Sebastian. He might be slamming it, right?
Yeah.
But he'll be fun.
Yeah.
He'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done wild stuff at high school parties.
What? But that's what makes you. What makes you cool. Everybody talks about how fun. Like people on Monday, if there's a high school party on Friday, on Monday everybody's talking about the funniest shit that happened.
Of course, and
that's the joke for the week.
Fights. I would never get in a fight because I also
no
don't
drama.
think cool kids don't get in fights. You know what I mean?
No.
Because you get fucked up all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I would go to parties. Yeah, I get too fucked up, but never like
arguing,
worrying about me going to the hospital.
Because if you get into a fight, then the group has to decide. One person's, you got a 50% chance of that you're out of the group now.
Yeah, no fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wild. There was one high school party that I literally was blackout drunk, hanging out. I would get blackout, and I'd be just like a little more me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like crazy. I was blackout drunk, and I made 50 people all get together in some dude's kegger backyard to pray that my girlfriend isn't pregnant. Is that too much
in high school? In high school?
Yeah.
I mean, that's very funny.
I made a group of people, and I'm not religious, but we fucking prayed. We saw Jesus that night.
Yeah.
I've never heard a cooler way to pray.
Yeah. 50 people in a high school party, and they all prayed? I mean, that's very funny.
You pray with me.
I mean, that's very funny. And that's like people will talk about. Like that. I think is a misconception of cool and popular, but I do think.
And I didn't do that to seem cool.
Yeah, no.
I did that because I probably thought it was funny and like.
No. No one's trying to seem cool isn't cool.
Yeah, trying to seem cool is not cool.
Not at all.
Trying to seem cool is not cool.
Being yourself is cool. Being like having fun, being smiley, like that's cool to me.
I know. Some girl asked me the other day.
Not being uptight.
Some girl goes. Well, you try to be cool. Oh, not really.
No, not at all.
I don't think I try to be cool at all.
No.
I'm just.
I mean, you like to dress a certain way.
Not even, bro. I wear black t-shirts and nice shoes. What are we talking here?
No,
right? I don't dress like, but like, she goes, "Oh, you try to be cool." I go, "No." I make mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
I like say stuff that's so embarrassing.
Yes.
And say my feelings so much.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm defending how cool I am right now on my podcast.
No, you mean you're definitely cool.
I'm a straight white man who defends himself about how cool he is. This is the most toxic shit I've ever done. Is defending how cool I am on a podcast where I just yell at people.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm excited to go to this. He was sending me all the people that are going. I'm like, I also wasn't able to party with these people. We were friends, but I couldn't party with these people.
Here's the thing.
What?
You can't do weed and wine, bro.
I'm not going to.
Do weed
I'm not going to.
There's no one that could be. You can't go up to these cool kids. And go, how quick does it make me fart?
Yeah. Right? I gotta say a story. I think. So at the reunion, I started doing edibles over like in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel happy and not like I was like thinking about how I think I've said this before, like how it gets demonized and like how the kids from my high school that would smoke a lot would be like such a bad thing or they would be seen as bad.
Sure.
And like this is literally such a happy thing. It's like wild that the teachers, the police, like the community would be like, it's such a bad thing to do is smoke weed.
It was so crazy to smoke weed during that time because I would smoke weed and I would feel so happy, but then so scared about how angry everyone would be about it.
I know. I think
it's insane.
I have a theory that's maybe wrong, but
Shoot it out.
Let's hear it. All right. So I started to do this very late in life, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah,
you're
and everybody
you're
always.
the tail end. You're Act 4 right now.
I guess that's a stupid thing to say. Later in my life, perspectively, like with given
a little older. You started when you were a little bit older.
Yes, correct.
Of course, not late in life.
And when it's been like mainly in places where it was legal or like decriminalized for the most part.
You don't gotta tell me.
Whereas like you could go to jail as a 16, or like they would try to scare you into all this shit if you're 16, you smell like weed. But growing up, you always would hear like weed be compared to like paranoia. Like weed is Jason. I don't feel any type of paranoia, but I think it's because I've never, like, when you're 16 and you could get your parents and this.
Yeah.
So like I don't think the weed necessarily gives you paranoia. I think it was always like the circumstance in which people had to do it at a young age.
I think some people, there is this isn't that fun, but there is study that like if you have mental illness, it could exacerbate that and bring out paranoia in people that already have underlying cases.
Okay, maybe,
but
that's why I wasn't sure like is what the theory is about it, because I just have never experienced
THC
paranoia like that.
That's one thing that is dangerous about it, is it could open up like mental illness that's unrest.
Okay.
Like me, I used to be, before I smoked weed, I was like mad, like quiet and shy, and like then I smoked weed, and then all of a sudden I became boisterous and loud and cool.
Okay. Actually?
No, bro.
I don't know. It was serious. I'm like, all right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But anyways, I was talking about how I've like one of the kids. This kid actually was getting married. His twin.
32 fucking years old, and I just said I became cool because I smoked weed.
I don't know.
This episode is embarrassing for me.
Yeah, we're having fun.
We're having fun.
And I went up to this kid that I was not really super close with, but I was like talking about this a little bit, about how I'm like, yeah, it's crazy how much weed was demonized when we were growing up, and I thought about this over the pandemic. I started doing it a lot, and I think he went up to somebody else and was like, Robbie Nunes just came up to me talking about how he smokes weed now. And somebody told me that, and I was just like, oh, that's not what I said, but that's what he heard. And I was just like, yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, even when you were 15,
but it
wasn't cool to flex about.
No, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just more trying to like have a deeper like look into the thing. But he was just, that's what he heard because he's cool.
Of course.
And that's what he heard.
Because you wanted to tell him.
I was just
so
like,
you could show that you smoke weed.
No, that's not why I wanted to tell him. Though.
You wanted to tell him.
No, I swear.
Rob,
everything I know.
Rob, off mic.
I wanted to be like, I swear. I wanted to be like, I think it's fucked up how, like, like down upon it looked, or like you would have to hide, and then like he got in a lot of trouble, like this kid, from like he was doing nothing wrong. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to be like, I've grown like a greater sense of empathy towards you, and I've thought about this because I was alone in the poker.
Like he
I was
appreciated
doing
it.
No, all he heard was Robbie Nunes is trying to tell me he smokes weed now. But which is mad funny, and I heard that, and I'm like, that's why I got blacked out, because I was like, all right, maybe I'm just bombing. Let's just go all the way.
Of course, and maybe that's why your friends,
I don't want to be that person who's like, yeah, now I smoke, now I know. That's, like, that's not what I want.
Or like maybe he could bring that big fella who will act like a human being.
No. Well, I can't be like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be more than fine. I can already tell
you're very nervous for this wedding.
No, I'm not. I swear.
No, I'm not. I swear.
I went to. It's like basically the same group of people that I went to another wedding with.
You're speaking 400 words per minute right now.
I talk fast. I feel comfortable talking about stuff.
Of course.
But I know I already went to a wedding with a bit, like most of the people that are going to be there.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah, and it's friends that I keep in touch with.
Oh, you're cool. You're casual.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited.
I get ads online all the time. How to be perceived as more cool.
Why? No, you don't.
I swear to God, on TikTok.
So not ads.
Sometimes ads. It's for programs. How to become more cool of a person.
Like School for Scoundrels?
Yeah, School for Scoundrels. School for Scoundrels, basically. I get ads.
You get ads for that.
100%.
Maybe because we talk.
Probably because we joke about it a lot.
Stuff.
Yeah, but it's like.
What are the sometimes those dudes will be like 4 things you could do on a first date or something.
That's
like
what
that.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like make eye contact.
Yeah.
Speak less. I'm like, speak less?
Yeah.
Imagine I came in, big energy, and I just said 4 words to you.
No, that's not your vibe.
It
You're
goes,
different than
never
most
say
people,
anything you'll regret. If you say something wrong, don't admit it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening?
People, also, TikTok is annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm done with I'm done with it.
You're done with it.
I'm done with
Still
it.
follow us.
Still follow us.
Still follow.
But I think there's a lot of just bullshit on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's just people, you just have to hook somebody immediately. And there's like tricks to do that. And it's just annoying because it's more to feed that. Well, I would say listen to this podcast. Or like if the podcast is better than the clips on TikTok.
Definitely.
The clips are fun.
The clips are fun.
And
but
we try to give the essence.
listening-
I think the podcast is pretty deep. Like not deep, but like
Nah,
it's
we're
a much
deep.
better. The
We're
podcast is art.
We're
I would
Alfonso.
say the podcast is Alfonso's name. We could say his name. He's beautiful.
Yeah.
The podcast is Alfonso. The clips is like radio bubblegum hits.
Yeah, we're bubblegum hits. But then when you come here,
Yeah, you get the real. Yes. Yeah.
My mother always told me.
He sent us a beautiful playlist.
Oh,
That you're like, I might have to pass this as my own.
yo, I swear to
It's
God.
some like beautiful songs, deep cut jazz hits, with a little improv. Like it's very nice.
I know.
And
I already said, my bad, bro. Alfonso, if you're listening, my
Yeah.
bad. I'm going to say that's my playlist if a girl comes
Yeah.
over. And you know what? He would respect that.
I think so.
Anyone else, I'll tell.
He'll be like, for sure, brother.
for
do your
sure. I mean,
thing.
of course.
Yeah.
Once I gave it to you, it became yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I might have to be like, yeah, baby, this is this is the type of music.
whipped up.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just add a couple songs quick to a queue.
Yeah.
And then just come out with the most perfectly curated playlist of all time. Yo, hold on, give me a minute. I just want to cue a couple songs up for me and you, all right, man?
Yeah. You should do it.
Oh, should do it.
We'll do it.
I mean, let's be honest. No. I've been. No.
But speaking of which, we're going to Vermont this weekend.
We're going to Vermont.
I'm excited. We have a show called Vermont is Phenomenal. It's going to be this March 4th and March 5th. And
Beautiful.
we named this show Vermont is Phenomenal, and we're going to, I guess, figure out what it is. But what do you, like, I'm excited. I'm very excited to go and do the Vermont thing. I mean, I'm going to ski. I think Vermont is phenomenal. I was trying to think about it and get to, like, the essence of this show.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, I think nature is beautiful. I think that it's, like, going to be nice to go and ski. I kind of like the vibe of Vermont. I've been a few times, and I'm a fan of, like, these little small towns, and they make their own maple syrup, and there's, like, a lot of, they're, like, little communities and stuff like that.
You know what I'm excited for in Vermont?
Yeah, what are you excited about?
Ethan Allen Furniture. The home of Ethan Allen Furniture.
I was looking up.
Vermont.
We were talking about getting in the mood for Vermont.
Robbie
going
goes-
through the list of
He
like
goes, Ben and Jerry's.
things about Vermont. I'm like, oh, these are some cool stuff. We should we named the show Vermont is Phenomenal. We should familiarize ourselves with Vermont. And I'm reading down the list, and I get to Ethan Allen Furniture, and you just explode.
I scream.
Yeah.
Because Ethan Allen is the furniture you cannot touch.
Yeah, it's the furniture.
You know how many cousins and people I had in my
Yes,
life?
yes.
We would have a living room filled with Ethan Allen furniture that we were not allowed in.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to Vermont, and here I'm fucking allowed in that shit now, okay? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm going to put on a pair of slacks in Vermont. I'm going to be rubbing my tush on the Ethan Allen. Dude, I'm going to be touching all the Ethan Allens. I'll tell you this, okay? I am going to be in Ethan Allen spot this weekend, okay? I swear to God. Tell me what I should get. I mean, I can't afford.
We can't afford any of them.
No. I'm looking for an end table. I'm looking for an Ethan Allen end table.
I've had a greater appreciation towards furniture moving out when we start doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But Ethan Allen is the holy grail. Always as a child, Ethan Allen, like you hear that name so much and you don't really know what to make of it as just as like off limits.
I would hear people go, "Oh, that's a nice couch," and they go, "It's Ethan Allen."
Yeah.
Like
you would piss off your parents more by fucking up an Ethan Allen furniture than smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, getting caught drinking. If you threw a party, it would be more, and you fucked up the Ethan Allen furniture, it would be more about that you fucked up the Ethan Allen than the fact that you had 50 underage kids drinking and doing drugs in your house.
I once had my boy, he spilt his grandmother's urn on his Ethan Allen couch.
Oh my God.
He spilt his grandmother's urn on the Ethan Allen couch.
Yeah.
And all his mother goes, "Oh no, my Ethan Allen." "Oh no, not the Ethan Allen." And he goes, "Your mother." "What about your mother?" "Not grandma." "No, the fucking white Ethan Allen." was all Ethan Allen. So
Ethan
I'm
Allen
so excited.
That is gonna. Yeah, we'll have to go check out some Ethan Allen.
I'm gonna be busy.
in
Any
Vermont.
moment I have free, I'm gonna be skating around that Ethan Allen, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna dress like a man that can buy Ethan Allen.
Okay. Not for the improv show,
No,
but to
no.
go. Oh, we're bringing suits. What are you guys doing? You going out? We're going to a nice. No, we're going to Ethan Allen.
We're going to Ethan Allen. Okay, we're gonna look like the stepbrother guys when they're going for the interview.
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
dress for the janitor job.
Yeah.
You're not gonna throw in a couple of bow ties.
Yeah.
We're here to peruse.
Yeah. Yeah. I would. Yeah, we should go and
oh yeah.
and not ever say that we have any intention of buying, but see how long we can stay in the store.
Oh my god.
And never be like we're trying to buy something. Just like we can't ever say that. If
No.
we have to talk about potentially buying something, we have to leave.
We have
how
to leave
long
Ethan
can we
Allen.
exist in Ethan Allen without ever showing any intention of buying anything?
Of course. Even if someone comes up to us, we can't even. We go.
I just love Ethan Allen.
I'm a big.
We could,
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
We should go like it's a museum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no touching of the Ethan Allen.
Yeah.
Because we grew up with Ethan Allen like they were pieces of art.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go I don't
even
know,
greater. Like
Even-
it's wild.
Of course, because we all know.
I
how
think
my
my parents' bedroom has a few Ethan Allen.
Does
pieces.
it?
I think that's what.
They probably got it for when they got married. You get a piece of Ethan Allen when you get married, and that's set for life.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny. My sister's getting married, and she's putting stuff on the registry, and my mother goes, "You'll have that for the rest of your life." And that's Ethan Allen.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, Vermont. I mean, everyone would think, "Oh, this boy's excited for those two names, Ben and Jerry."
Ben and Jerry's.
Get the fuck out of here, Ben and Jerry. We're fucking Ethan Allen boys,
Yeah.
okay? We are classy Ethan Allen boys.
If you live in Vermont, please come out to the show. It's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, and after
we're
the show,
really excited.
After the show, if you want to hang out, we'll be at the Ethan Allen.
Yeah,
We'll be sipping fucking martinis. We'll be putting some fabrics, some sheer stuff on top of the Ethan Allen, so we can enjoy ourselves.
They're getting local legends from Vermont too, which is gonna be pretty exciting. We're gonna meet some cool people that are local legends in that area. Maybe we'll meet one of Ethan Allen's descendants.
Stop.
No, that's like
I would get thrown.
Yeah, but I'm excited to talk to those people, and I think it's gonna be a very fun show. So if
Beautiful.
you're in Vermont area this weekend, you're listening to this, Burlington, Vermont, please come through.
Friday, Saturday, and if you want to take a workshop with me, you can sign up for that. I'll be teaching you comedy. Awesome. Dope. This was a beautiful. I had so much fun. Thank you all you hotties for listening. Call in. We're doing an episode on Friday, so call in as soon as you can.
Friday episode, college freshman experience.
Yes.
Please call in with that.
929-900-6393. Keep commenting on that TikTok. We're at war with these people that say I have wet lips. Smack. So keep commenting, keep sharing the love. That's it, right, Robbie?
That's it.
All right, hit the fucking music.
Oh,